the Democrats will do what all political campaigns do best when they lose. You assemble a circular firing squad and start going at each other. But I think that it's without a doubt, the Democrats have missed the mark when it came to how much people were feeling the economy. You know, numbers, GDP, it's all kind of up here.
Yeah.
But when you're looking at a loaf of bread or how much the price of gas in your car, that's entirely different. And I actually think that the lack of a primary election, you know, like a mini election among the Democrats, where people could have taken different positions, there would have been populists, there would have been free market, there would have been whatever, to sort of hone and sharpen a message, and then essentially the person who wins steals all the best ideas. They didn't have that opportunity, so no one went into that as much as they could have, and Trump saw that. He used social media, he used podcasts, and they were playing catch up. I mean, when Kamala Harris was going on Call Me Daddy and some of the other podcasts, everyone was going great, but Trump had been doing that for months. Yeah. And you saw that with young voters.
He came to the media party slowly. I mean, I remember Rachel Maddow crying out when she was the VP, long before Biden said he wasn't going to run again, saying, why don't we get to talk to you more often? Why do your team control you so much as well? So she didn't have that recognition building up over a longer period of time. And also what she did have building up over a longer time was people, rightly or wrongly, believing that she'd failed on border control.
Right. And the fact that the difficulty that all vice presidents have, which is that they're saddled with whatever their president has done, which is why the record of vice presidents winning in presidential elections is pretty dismal.
Let's go forward. Plenty of time to look backwards, enough time. What about, I mean, you've given us some names, actually, thank you for that as well, of people you believe could well be in key cabinet roles. Why don't you pick out some of the more interesting names that you think could be either most contentious or actually make the greatest strides towards fulfilling the Trump promises?
Well, I think there's sort of two that would have an impact, I think, on folks in Europe and the UK. And that would be Treasury, where you have a real, I think this is going to be like a gladiator-style competition internally. There's going to be a lot of people throwing names out, but you have like anyone from John Paulson, you know, the billionaire fund manager, Scott Bessert, who has a hedge fund, who's very pro-crypto. That gives him a little bit of an edge, given the fact that Trump just launched his own crypto platform about a month ago. You have Howard Lutnick, who's Cantor Fitzgerald, who's the head of the transition. Historically, transition managers have been shy about putting themselves in. That has sort of gone by the wayside. You have sort of, I would call internal people like Bill Hagerty, who's a United States senator, who used to be not MAGA, and now is very MAGA.
Name we know, Lighthizer as well. I mean,
Robert Lighthizer, yeah,
very interesting.
Very interesting, and in the mix, he was an advisor during the campaign. All these people are going to be there, and the question is, there's going to be a little mix and match because they could go to commerce as well, they could go to trade rep, they could do all sorts of different things. But the people I think who have been very much pro-tariff, Bessert is one of them, I think have an inside edge.